Hey, how you doing? My name is Natalie and welcome to my channel. So we're gonna go through Ethereum and Bitcoin together, and we just might have an opportunity to sell the market or buy the market. I'm having the answer for you in the video. I'm gonna tell you exactly where to buy or sell the markets. Let's see each other after this. Hi guys, welcome back, and we are going straight into the market because I know you are so excited to be here with me. So I'm gonna go through Ethereum in the beginning because yesterday I never told you what happened and I kind of forgot what I actually told you, but we can just go straight into what can happen now. I do believe we were around here, and I do believe I told you guys that the market were supposed to break out, retest, come back down. The market went back down, and we're still at this boring sideways market going along. It's very boring seeing the market like this because we're just waiting to see if the market's gonna break to the upside or if it's gonna break to the downside. But until then, we can actually trade the market. So on the left side you have the daily. We can go to the 4 hour to see what's going on. Nothing special, just going, but I mean, we're doing high. We have had a high and we had a lower high, created a lower low because it's under the previous lower low. And if we want to see the market continue to the downside, we can use the Fibonacci level because we can see it's going down. We are in the overall picture still in a uptrend, but the market right now is trying to decide where it's gonna go. If you want to trade off of that, we'll just have to see what the market is doing. So market comes back up, breaks to the downside, and if you want to find a trade, we can go to the lower time frames because obviously we want to sell the market because the market is going down. But remember, we always have to remember that we don't have to have or take profit down here because obviously we are going straight up. But if you want to trade inside of the consolidation that we're having right here, we can totally go into the lower time frames right here. And now we are on the 30 minutes. And we are also in a sideways we're consolidating right here. So we can see that we did had a lower high, a lower low. If the market comes back up, creates another lower high, and it gives us something like this. Candlestick patterns for us to see that it's breaking to the downside again. We're selling the market, but we're not selling the market just because we have a candlestick that's around the Fibonacci level that we're having here. We are using the lower time frames to see what's gonna happen. So we have the Fibonacci tool, we have the Fibonacci levels here on the 4 hour, and if we take that one and copy and paste it to the lower time frames, we can see that the market would want to come up to this area here. Okay, so I want to find a resistance around here that the market can react to, and we have it actually just around here. I'm taking the low of Asia. If the market comes back up here, give us some type of candlestick like dojis or engulfing candle, whatever, and we can see it might go down a little bit. And if you want to have two confirmation, because it depends on how comfortable you are and how much you've been looking at the market, but if you want to have two touches, it's definitely gonna be that the market comes back up, touch the Fibonacci level, or you can see I'm just painting like if it's gonna come here, you sell. Okay, so it comes here, goes back down, comes back up again, retested, but this time the market closing under the previous high that we're having here. So this becomes a lower high because it's lower than the previous high that we're having here. Just because the market is breaking this consolidation, it doesn't mean it has to go up. If it breaks it, you can continue to the downside because we can see on the higher time frames that we are doing lower lows. And if the market comes back up here to our Fibonacci level and it also retests the previous Asian low, we are in a downtrend. We can still sell the market. What you have to think about is where to have your TP, your take profit, because we do consolidate. So what the market will do, it will come back down. I'm not saying it will, but it could. So if you're taking your entry out of this, and you also have the trend line, so if the market comes back up, it will also respect the trend line that we're having to the downside. You're selling the market and you might just have your TP around here. You can see it's pretty good. I mean, just because you're trading, you don't have to have your TP around here. I mean, you can still be in some very good profits, and your stop loss is just above the previous lower high. That's how I see Ethereum right now. It's so hard to tell right now if the market is going to break to the upside or to the downside, because the market is definitely just moving sideways, no direction. So what we have to do is that we're taking small take profits, and if the market then, let's say that the market does break to the upside, that's why I always say it's so important. You really need to understand how the market, you have to understand how to read the market, okay? That's so important. So let's say, oh my God, this is so boring. What the never say that. Not on camera, Natalie. So let's say now, for example, that the market does break to the upside. It doesn't respect this trend line and this Fibonacci tool that we do have. It will show us that. And if it doesn't, I mean, if we have a candlestick that, and it does look so good and we just want to sell and the market continues up, that's why you have your stop loss. You have your stop loss here, so you're not going to lose all of your money. So if you're analyzing the market in the right way, and it confirms everything that you need to have to be able to jump into the market, because you have a system, you have different confirmations for you to get into the market. And if you're having all of those confirmations, but the market anyways going against your favor, that's okay, because you're having your stop loss. You should never doubt yourself, because I hope you have been practicing so much on your strategy that you understand that you understand that you will lose your money in trading. That's just a part of the game. It will never be 100%. But if you have a system to follow, you understand also that the next time or the next time after that, you will have your money back, because you are having more profit than your stop losses. You should never have a high stop loss and a small profit. That's if you're having it like that, you'll never be able to earn money in the market, because you will always lose. I mean, you will blow your accounts right away. So right now, if there's anything that I want to do on Ethereum right now, is that I want the market to break up. I want it to come up to this Fibonacci level, and I'm selling the market, and my TP is going to be around here, but my stop loss is going to be here. So you can see, if you're using the short position tool, let's say like that, your stop loss, your take profit. It's really good. It looks really good. Why? Because it's really good. I love it. It's perfect. You see the higher time frames that we're having, the 4 hour. We're using the Fibonacci tool. And on the right side, we're having 15 minutes. We can also use the 30 minutes just to see how it looks. If the market comes up here, breaks the little box that we're having, but it's still, I mean, you can see here that we on the higher time frames, we're still doing lower highs. We're in a downtrend. But remember, we're consolidating. So what the market is doing when it's going sideways, you can see you have a support, you have a resistance, and the market is just bouncing off of those levels. And if the market comes right up here, we're selling the market till the support. If the market then breaks the support, then we have to see we have to start analyzing other things. Now we're not in this level anymore. Now we have to look at what's happening down here. So then we can, because you can see it's very, I mean, the market has been going up for a very long time. Then you can go to the daily and see where's the next target. Well, we do have a, you have resistance here. So if the market breaks it, oh, okay, it's not that far away, but I mean, it's going to react to it. If it breaks that level, what's the next level that we do have? Well, the next level that we do have is around here. And it's a lot of things that's going to happen in between here, but that's when you're going down to the lower time frames and you're finding your entries around here. And you can just copy and paste the Fibonacci tool to the lower time frames, and then you'll see, okay, where do the market react to? Does it react to a certain zone right here? Like, is it a high, lower high or higher high, support resistance? That's why you're jumping in between the higher time frames, the lower time frames. Like, you have to do that all the time. So before we go into Bitcoin, this is what I see. The market will continue to the upside. You can see that it's on its way up, comes back up here, show us some rejection. Like, it can look like something like this. You're going into the lower time frames, and where was it? The Fibonacci tool. Did I take it away? Oh my god, why did I do that? So if the market continues up to this zone, starts to break to the downside, well, we're selling, and hopefully we're gonna sell around here, because we want to have a high price when we're selling the market, high as possible. Okay. And your TP is gonna be around here. That's what I believe the market will. It can do that. It can do. If the market will, you know, continue to, because we always have two choices. We have choice to sell and we have the choice to buy. We have to understand where. So if I want the market to go up, react to this area, because you can see on the left side where I am. If the market shows rejection, continues down, yeah. But if the market continues, it breaks this zone that I'm talking about, that we're having around here. If the market continues up and then reacts as a break the resistance, turns into support, continues to the upside, well, then you just have to change your way to see the market. Don't focus, like, you have to understand that the market can change. You have to change with the market all the time. What you think the market will do has nothing to do with it, because if the market want to go down, the market will go down. If the market wants to go up, it wants to go up. You cannot sit here and say, well, I want the market to go down because I see that. No, you have to follow it. If you're having a big candle coming up to this area, you do not want to sell. You have to wait for the candlestick patterns that's telling you, okay, Natalie, it's time for you to press sell. Or Adrian, or Carl, or Andy, or, you know, sell the market. The market will tell you when to sell and when to buy. And let's go to Bitcoin and see what the market did there. Yesterday, I did tell you guys that we were around here, and I still have the painting on. Let me just see how disgusting this looks, because it's too many things on the chart. I don't like that, but obviously I want to show you what happened. So if we go to the 15-minute, we can see that the market did break the zone, but it never retested the zone. You could have sold the market if after that big candle. I would not have done that, because what I want to do, I want the market to break it, come back up, and then retest it. Then I sell around here. The market broke down, continued down, but can you see how perfect? Can you see how perfect this is? Because I had this zone right here. The market came down, broke in, came back up, retested the market 2 times. No, not the market, the zone 2 times. And if I'm going to confuse you a little bit more, we can go down to the lower time frames. And what do we see here on the second touch? I had this candle right here. And what did the market do? It closed below the previous high, became a lower high, because it's lower than the previous low, a high, I mean. And I would have definitely sold it here. I would also, I'm going to confuse you even more if I see a candle like this, and this also comes with experience, I would have sold the market. because it comes with experience. I mean, sometimes I don't use the engulfing candles. I just look at how the candle formed and whatever it's called. I don't know. I don't care. If I see it and I see a rejection, I sell it or I buy it. And let's see what's happening on the higher time frames. I mean, the Bitcoin and it looks the same basically. You had the breakout, and if we take the Fibonacci tool here also, we want the market to come back up here. And let's see how it looks. And if we copy and paste the Fibonacci tool into the data, we can see that the market will come back up, and if it comes back up, it will retest this support that we're having, and it just might turn into a resistance and continues to the downside. Comes back up to the Fibonacci level, continues going down, and to make sure you want your entry want to be on that leg. This is the first leg, this is the second leg. The leg is lower than the first leg, okay? Lower high, higher low. It's confusing. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. But if the market doesn't go all the way up there, then you have to that's why you have to follow it all the time. If the market comes here and it starts to react to that zone that we're having, I mean, why are you not gonna sell the market if you see that the market will continue down? But if you see that the market doesn't respect these areas that I'm talking about, because the market now wants to continue to the upside, that's when you're taking your higher time frame and you combine that. Because if you have a big candle like this or a big candle like that, in what world do you think that you're gonna sell the market if the market if you have a big candle like that? Why would you even think about that? And then you're having this red candle here. Okay, we are in a uptrend. The market comes to this trend line that we do have, but the bearish candle that we're having here is so strong. There's no way the market can do it, but there's no way you're gonna gamble with your account buying the market just because it did respect this trend line. Just forget about the trend line. Look at the candlestick. Look what it's doing. And it closed below the previous lower high. It reacts to it. It's retesting the support that you're also having around here. Breaks it, becomes a resistance, go to the downside. So just as I told you about Ethereum, I did talk about this before also. We are at this area right now where the market is deciding if it's gonna continue to the upside or continue to the downside. But you see, we are also doing a pullback. So if the market will come back down here and retest it, we're still in an uptrend because it never broke the previous higher low. The market can come down here. The market will never be perfect. It will never be perfect. It will always, try to trick you that it's on its way down, and for no reason the market is on its way up. So always, I'm telling you, always look at the higher time frames candles. What zones do they react to? How do they react to it? What's happening on the lower time frames? How does the candlestick patterns, combine with the higher candlestick patterns? So you always have to use your brain, use your eyes to see what's happening on the chart. And that's how you're going to look at the chart and understand what the market is doing, because the market will always tell you what to do, and you do not always have to trade. And don't feel bad if you're trading and the market go against your favor and it's taking your stop loss. When your stop loss is hit, that's when you really have to analyze why it happened, because when you're losing, you're doing something wrong, obviously, and you want to know what you're doing wrong so you can do it right the next time. That's how it works. Because if you're always doing things right, you never learn. And in trading, doing right, if someone tells you trading is easy, they're lying to you. It's not. But the market is also always moving in patterns, and you have to understand the patterns, and just you have to look at the market and become comfortable to what you see. Just one quick thing that I did tell you about Ethereum, I think it was, yeah. When I was looking, I don't know, I think, was I looking at the, I think it was weekly, yeah. I was telling you guys for a couple of days ago, you can go back to my videos where I was talking about, I told you guys that this week that we did have here, I told you I'm sure about that the market will fill this week. And what is the market doing? The market is filling that wick. I want to end everything with that. And tomorrow we'll have to see. We're going to see if the market broke to the upside or broke to the downside. So thank you so much for today, and subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it with your friends, get into learning how to read the market together with me, Natalie, and we see you on the next one. Bye.